Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I want to apologise for the camera changing it halfway through in this film. My battery died on my camera, so I carried on filming on my phone. But today I have finally tried, finally tried out a purple eye look. Stop it. Not your scratching post. So I've tried out a purple eye look, and it is a cut crease. So I show you how I do my cut crease. It is a voiceover. I just wanted to change things up a little bit. I've had a few, obviously, sit down chit chats with me. So this is the eye look. I used the Revolution 1 Million palette, which was, as far as I'm aware, it was a limited edition, but if it is still available, I will link it down below. But if you want to see how I got this makeup look, keep watching. If you want a tutorial on my hair, let me know. I know I haven't done a hair tutorial in a while, but just keep watching and I will show you how I get on with playing with some purple. Hey guys, so this is my cut crease, playing with some purples. To start off, I'm going to use my Primark brow pencil and just shape out my brows. As you can see, I am filling in the top of the arch quite a bit because they are ready to be HD'd again. But I've got a pencil that's quite close to my eyebrow colours, so they look really natural when it's done, and I do like the sort of filled in look anyway, so I'm not too bothered if they do look quite heavy, especially with going quite dark on the eyes. They sort of don't get lost in the makeup look. And then I'm just going to take the Anyway Cover and Conceal. It's the closest one that I've found to my skin tone, just to carve out my brows, and I like to use a nice flat brush for this. I don't want to highlight under my eyes because I add highlighter later, but this is just to blank out my eyelids and to carve out under my brows, just to make them a bit neater. So I carve out the shape of them just underneath, I'm not too bothered about the tops, and then I apply the rest of the concealer that I put onto the back of my hand with a beauty sponge, and just apply it to the rest of my eyelids to blank everything out, ready for shadow. And then I'm taking the Revolution 1 Million palette. As you can see, it's some nice warm red tones. I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush and take the mauve colour and work that all the way above my crease as a transition colour. The only thing I don't like about this palette is the colours are slightly a bit too dark for me, so I do have to take a brush with no pigment on just to make sure I get that blend, because otherwise they can look a bit harsh going from my skin tone onto the mauve colour that we're using, because that is the palest matte colour. There's some lighter shimmer colours, but this is the palest matte colour. And I'm going to take another fluffy crease brush, just a little bit more defined, and take the purple tone in the palette and work that through my crease. And with it being a fluffy brush, it diffuses it nicely. It doesn't put too much pigment down, so that you're blending as you go in anyway. It's a little less work that way. See the two colours are blending nicely together. Really like this palette. Some of the colours are really pigmented. Like I said, the only thing that lets it down is there's not quite a light enough transition shade for me for every day. And then on the outer corner I'm going to mix that purple that we just put in the crease with a little bit of the brown just to deepen it up a bit, just to make the crease and the outer corner a bit darker, so when we cut the crease with some concealer in a minute, it just gives a nice definition to where the cut crease finishes and where the crease colour starts. I'm just blending out, just making sure everything's nice and blended. And then I'm going to take the Revolution Conceal and Define in C1. I like this one, I just find it's nice and opaque for putting the crease. And then I just take a small detail, this is like a domed brush, and I just draw a line across my lash line, look up, and it transfers to where my open crease is, not my natural crease, but so that you'll be able to see the colour when it's open. And as you can see, like I said, it's nice and opaque, so it's covering that eyeshadow that was there nicely. And I just follow that shape, and once I've got that, I take my ring finger and just tap off any excess so that it doesn't crease too badly. And then I go ahead and do exactly the same on the other side. Do the line, look up, and then fill in between. And I do like to take my crease slightly further over, because you can always blend in where it is harder to go back in if you've not done enough of your eyelid with concealer. So I do like to put my concealer down, and then if I need to, bring the darker outer colour in like a little bit more later on. Okay, and then I'm just swatching a couple of the shimmer shades, and as you can see, two of them, one of them is really light, one's more of a purple tone, and the other two are more orange brown tones. And I'm going to take the gold on the inner third of my eye, and then the purple tone shimmer on the centre of my eye, and blend that out towards where the end of the crease finishes. Just be careful not to dip into the wrong colour as I just did. But I always do my lightest colour first so that I don't mix any of the colours together on the brush. I do both eyes when I'm doing my crease. And then I'm going to go in with that pinky purple straight on the middle of the eyelid, and because it's going over concealer, really pigmented. I mean, these shades are pigmented anyway, but it really helps with the shimmer, helps it pick up a bit more. And just be really careful around the crease line, because obviously we've put that work in when we've put the concealer down, we don't want to mess that line up. Then I take a really small fluffy brush, and I take that gold shade that I use on the inner third, and just take a very tiny bit on a fluffy brush and blend it over the purple, and it just gets rid of that harsh line. And because I wanted to go a little bit darker on the outer corner, I took the brown shimmer, which is more of like a satin finish than a shimmer, and applied that to the outer corner and blended that in towards the purple shimmer that we'd laid down. Take my fluffy brush again and just make sure everything's nice and blended, because obviously we have put a darker colour on that outer corner, just to make sure it blends into the pink and the purple matte colours that we laid down. And then I'm just going to wipe up any fallout, which is mainly from the shimmers. There was hardly any fallout with the mattes in this palette. And then I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I think was in 1W2 I wore this day. And because it hasn't got a pump, I like to use the flat brush that I use for carving out my brows. I use that to be able to, it's the perfect size to get into the bottle and stripe it on my face. And then I take a dual fibre brush, which is technically a stippling brush, but I like the finish that it gives this foundation. It's really quick and easy to blend it out as well. Just be careful around the edge of the eyes and your brows, obviously you don't want to smudge them. Like to take my beauty blender and just tap over it just to make sure we've got no harsh lines anywhere. And then I like to then I add my Collection Lasting Perfection under my eyes and the tip of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and pretty much straight down the middle of my face. I like this one, it's the Extra Fair, it's nice and yellow tone, so it's nice and brightening. And then I take the C1 that we used for carving out just on a couple of blemishes that I've got. I find that's a nice covering one for blemishes, it really lasts well. And I just use the pointy end of my beauty blender just to blend into the corner of my eye to make sure it's nice and bright before we put some highlighter down in a minute. You can see that's brightened up my under eyes a lot. And I'm going to go in with my new favourite powder, which is the Rimmel Match Perfection, with my Revolution Hard Sponge, and bake under my eyes, in the middle of my eyebrows, like on my forehead and on my chin. I've been doing this baking routine for a little bit now, and what I do, I bake as we've just seen, and then I put my tinted brown mascara on if I'm putting it on that day, just to get rid of any beige off the eyes, obviously where the powder's built up. And then I go in with my contour before I powder down with a pressed powder. I just find that this blends everything together better, so you don't get any harsh lines from your contouring, especially when we're being so pale. Obviously contouring can leave some harsh lines, so if I go over with a pressed powder, it just blends everything together and it makes it look like a natural shadow. So I take that powder right up to where I bake, and then I take a small under eye setting brush and just brush away any of that bake, which I know at the minute obviously my under eyes look really bright, but once I've got the rest of my setting powders and everything else, like my bronzer and everything, it will all come together. And then under my eyes, I'm just taking that mauve colour that we started with on the same brush and just smoking that out. And then I'm going to take the purple on a flat definer brush, running that along my lash line. And this is where my camera died, so I've just swapped my phone, and all I did was finished off my under eyes, which, like I say, I was just using those two colours, and then I'm just going to apply plenty of mascara. Just lining my lips, which might seem a bit strange because I haven't finished everything, but I had it to hand and I didn't want to lose it, and I'm using the MAC Cork lip liner. I've really been liking having a darker lip liner and a lighter inner lip, whether it's lipstick, liquid lip. I've been liking that way at the minute. just taking my normal collection bronzer to warm up my face, all under my cheekbones, around my forehead, and this just helps to blend in that bake into the rest of my face. I'm taking the L'Oreal Life's Peach and applying that, and then I fancied a bit of glow over the top, so I've been using the back top, which has got like a blush topper in peach, and I just applied that over the top of where I just put that L'Oreal Life's Peach. And it's not really shimmery like a highlighter, but it just adds a bit of brightness to the face, a bit like an illuminator more than a highlighter. And then I'm taking my Revolution Ultra Pro Glow highlighting palette and highlighting all the usual spots. As you can see, or as you can tell, I love this palette, and it's definitely going to be one that I have to repurchase because I've hit pan on a lot of shades, and it's £8, and look at that glow. Blend everything together with either my blusher brush or my bronzer brush. And I'm just taking a pink, I can't remember which lipstick it was, I think it's an Avon one, a pink lipstick, obviously to complement the purple eyes. And then I'm going to take the Hyaluronic Fix setting spray from Revolution, and that's this look done. So that was how I do my cut crease. Obviously I don't do that look all the time because it is a bit of a time consuming look, but I actually quite like how the purples and pinks really are looking. I think it makes my eyes pop actually. But if you liked this, give it a thumbs up, let me know down below what you want to see, and as well let me know down below what lip balms you use. I don't normally use a lip balm, but my lips have been really dry lately, so let me know down below and I'll try out some of your recommendations. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!